Hello and welcome, my Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. I am back from Saratoga visiting my family and back in beautiful Holbrook, Long Island. My friend Mark Wenland, who house sat and cat sat while I was away, is sitting outside on a chaise lounge on the deck, waiting for rain to come, bringing him back to Brooklyn tomorrow. Great, you should see, if you're ever going to have someone house sit, get twice Tony Award nominated set designer, because it was a little late on attentive, a little OCD. The house is gorgeous, better than I could have ever done. Gratitude all around. I had a lovely time. It does look like I'm moving up to Saratoga next year to be with my parents, but we'll see. The quantum timelines, the quantum timeline. So I did try and do a reading for you guys. Tried to get work done while I was up there. I mean, the lighting was bad, the Wi-Fi connection was bad. Just is what it is. So I scrapped it, and we're starting fresh, and it's so nice to be home. Right, particularly meticulously clean home. So let's get up in this gig. We are doing what's called a 7-card draw for a specific timeline. This full moon in Capricorn to new moon in Cancer. June into July 2021. One card from 7 different decks. This time we are doing, let's see, 2 healing systems, 2 tarot, and 3 oracles, if I did the math correctly. I think that's right. And we're working a new one, the Blessed Bee deck from Lucy Cavendish. You know, I love her magical spell cards. I use them for the new to full. These are great, and it does have a bookie book with it. They're really cool. Oh, I did an unboxing on them, if you want to check those out. Went through them all and only read one of the cards from the bookie book. Yeah, so let me give you the deets on this. We are looking at the full moon on Thursday, June 24th, and all of these are not going to be done by then. I've got too much going on. Driving to Brooklyn and back at some point and all that. Got clients and stuff, so I'll get these all done when they get done. And that is at, I can't see what time that is because I have chicken scratch. Well, just know it's the full moon on Thursday, June 24th. Yeah, something 9-ish a.m. And then we are doing a waning moon read to the new moon on Friday, July 9th, 9:17 p.m. I will rewrite that for the next reading. It's different when it's right up in your face. Nearsighted, but what you gonna do? Yeah, so the clues, tips, and hints that I can get you from my pantheons of the divine. Now, all I can ask from anybody watching any of my readings is both feet on the floor. If you can, focus on your breath, if you will. I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can from my pantheons of the divine. I already was up at 5 a.m. I guess, well, I don't even know what time it is now. But did my prayer, my meditation, my yoga, fixed my hair, put on my makeup free, all did the lighting. So let's get up in this gig. All the decks that I read are always in the bottom of the description box, including the new one that I got here if you want to go check it out. And if you want to book me, it's easy enough. Find me on Twitter. All my deets are down there. Twitter, Facebook message, Instagram, whatever. Send me a message. There's so much is going to my spam filter on my drawingthecircle@gmail.com that it's just overwhelming. I've been away for a few days, so just reach out. We can do a Zoom call. We can do, you can record it if you have Zoom. If not, I can record it and then send you the thingy so you can download it to you. Or I find the best, honestly, to be Facebook Messenger video call. Even though you can't record it, it's just the quality is a billion times better than Zoom. So that being said, let's get up in this gig. I'm done explaining. You ready? Let's rock and roll. Breathe. Oh, because I live for that breath right there. It's like plugging into the old-fashioned switchboard of the divine. Here we go. We're going to start with the Caroline Mace archetype deck to get you the dominant archetypal pattern to be alchemized from lead to gold, shadow to light, toxic to healthy. This full moon in Cap to new in Cancer. So here we go. My beloved pantheons of the divine, the collective of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, what is the dominant archetype hovering in the 8th chakra for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? I'm watching this video, receiving this reading that they need to work on, right? Maybe a little forgiveness, maybe a little shadow work. This is a shadow read. I mean, all waning moon stuff is shadow work usually. right? Control what you can, heal what you can on the inside, right? So what is their dominant archetype they need to be aware of? Maybe it's not theirs directly, but when they are just dealing with holographically this full moon in Capricorn to new in Cancer. Lovely. Wisdom family archetype of the judge. And this is not about being judgy. All archetypes can be judgy. But let me read you the shadow and the light. The shadow attribute, meaning, I call it lead. I use the ancient alchemical language. Lead has 3 more atoms than gold on the periodic table. So 3 atoms have to be what? Destroyed? You can't. Matter can't be created or destroyed, only transformed, right? So there has to be a transformation, a letting go of those 3 atoms to go from lead, the toxic insulator, right? You don't want lead in your system, to gold, a conductor, right? So a lot of times the things we want to manifest in our lives are as a result of our lead to gold ratio, right? We've got a little bit more insulator than conductor. Yeah. So the shadow attribute, the lead, the toxic side of the judge, offering only destructive criticism, misusing business, legal, or criminal authority, essentially putting your thumb on the scale. And yes, this is a very Libra card, but archetypes transcend sign. I mean, signs are archetypes, archetypal gestalts. Forever young. The light attribute, balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power, which is no easy thing when the game keeps changing, right? It's like trying to find balance in a world that's, it's always been changing. My father used to say to me, oh, hi, Dad. Father's Day just passing. The only statement that will forever be true is, and this too shall pass. And that is true. Everything waxes and wanes. But to balance justice and compassion is huge on the planet right now. So whether this is affecting you in some way, whether this is your archetype that you are alchemizing, and it is a general read, only you are going to know that, we're definitely looking at throat chakra stuff here. And I will say, if you have any interest in the Kabbalah, the 2 pillars are justice and mercy, right? The high priestess in the traditional tarot sits between, B and J. Run with that as you choose. And she is the center of that, right? The center pillar, the middle pillar, who is that balance of justice and mercy. Well, mercy and severity. But the 2 spheres in the throat chakra, in the Kabbalistic tree of life, are justice and mercy. So just keep that in mind, right? All right, so you know what your archetypal pattern is. And again, this could be you dealing with somebody else or a situation. Think of it as hovering in the 8th chakra above your head, sort of affecting everything else for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So that's our first healing system. Let's get your first oracle, the Healing with the Angels oracle. Who's the angel that can help you with this, but that you need to ask for, right? You need to call to. Angels aren't supposed to intervene unless we ask. And sometimes that's as simple as help. And they do. Breathe. You should know I am the Archangel of Lyons, Archangel of Lyons. So, my angels and archangels of the south and the power of fire. For Aries, please. Who is the healing angel, my Michaelites of the south? For this Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, I'm watching this video, receiving this reading. Who may they call upon, pray to, think about, whatever, connect with in the angelic realm to help them alchemize this judge archetype, this full moon in Capricorn waning to new in Cancer. Interesting. The healing angel of blessings. Now, I'm a little literal with certain things and completely not with others. This is the Healing with the Angels oracle. So what would the function of a healing angel of blessings be? On the surface, it's that, the angels are bringing you blessings of healing. I think the best curse ever written is, may you heal, right? If you know what it's like to heal. Sucks. Most of the time, right? But the other read I get on the energy here is that you are being healed to receive the blessings that are either already around you that you may not be seeing, right? That judgy thing there, offering only destructive criticism. And honey, when we're in a bad mood, right? When we're in physical pain, emotional pain, that's our default. It does take some work, but I do sense that the healing that will help you through this might very well, and other cards are going to clarify this. This is sort of the dominant energy of the read. But really the vibe I get off this from Archangel Michael, because Aries, all the fire signs are under his domain, in his domain, is that, yeah, you've picked up some negative stuff along the way from other people because you've been harshly judged. So there's some pain there that needs to be addressed and dealt with this waning moon, so that your eyes can see. Oh, well, they're giving me New Testament. You may be seeing through a glass darkly. Look it up. I'm not going there right now because we've got the Daughters of the Moon. Now, just as this one represents the 8th chakra, Daughters of the Moon represents the heart, throat, third eye crown, your internal experience, your feminine energy, your yin dynamic, what Caroline Myss calls the personal level of power, the psychological world. So think emotional power, willpower, mental power, spiritual power. This is mystical power up here. Let's see what's going on for you there. Please take a nice deep breath. And I call to my goddess of fire and the sign of Aries, beloved Harmonia. Please, one card in clarity for the Aries collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, and I get the connection now with Harmonia to the Judge archetype. Please, what is the heart, throat, third eye, crown energy that this Aries collective needs to be aware of inside of themselves, inside of themselves, dealing with this Judge archetype and working with the healing angel of blessings this full moon in Cap to New in Cancer? Okay, Four of Pentacles, different in this deck than we usually see. You know, the miser with the, he's got his mind on his money and his money on his mind. This is called security, and I don't get a bad vibe off of this. Like, I really don't. This is really about being safe in your own skin, because it's this, right? It's like, oh, I'm okay, but that doesn't mean that you're not warded and protected, so to speak, right? There might be a couple of walls up, but I don't feel like you're being a miser necessarily. You might just be very cautious. Now, what I love about this card is we see 4 tribal women, right, going to the local watering hole, the well, bringing their urns in order to fill and bring them back. And that is the well that never runs dry. So you could see that, if you like, as the heart chakra, right? Well, when the heart's closed, we're not feeling it so much. But love is divine power, right? So to maybe open your heart a little bit by allowing some of these deeper feelings within you to come in. Oh, landscapers. I'm like, what's that noise? It's landscapers. Okay. Oh, it's gonna rain. So they're trying to get shit done over here. So yeah, Four of Pentacles. Like, I don't feel like you're being insecure. My cards just flipped, and they're all major arcana. No, sorry. It's a little muggy here today. It's supposed to pour rain. That's why I'm taking my friend home tomorrow, because I'm not driving in Brooklyn in pouring rain. Teeny tiny little streets in Bushwick. So let's look at what this looks like from the outside. The Mythic Tarot. This will be root, sacrum, solar plexus dynamic. Either you from the outside looking in, or you from the inside looking out at some aspect of the physical, sort of like a landmark. To get you some clarity, please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon my gods of fire and the sign of Aries, Pan and Hephaestus, please, one card in clarity. Feels good for this Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, dealing with the Judge archetype in the 8th chakra, affecting everything. They need to work with the healing angel of blessings, because, you know, I'll get there, remind me, with this Four of Pentacles, that, yeah, they may be guarding their heart. I don't get the feeling that they're closing their heart, but they're really finding their own security within themselves. So what does this look like on the outside? Either how they appear from the outside looking in, or them looking from the inside out at all of this full moon in Cap to New in Cancer. Yeah, Nine of Wands, this is you being defensive. And then, you know, it's such a code word, the wounded warrior being defensive. There's that cough. there is stuff you want to get off your throat, but it doesn't feel like it's time yet. And you know what? Waning moon, not the best time with every frickin' planet going retrograde if it's not already, right? So it's okay that you're standing your ground, maybe even standing back so you can see this clearly. If you can catch some altitude and see that, okay, now I will tell you what they told me to say. A year or so ago, I had a big confrontation with somebody who really just lied. It was bad. And I was possessed by the pain of that, and the majority of it had nothing to do with that person. But I couldn't help myself. I cursed him via text message because I didn't want to hear any more lies. It's like, no, you're going to hear what I have to say, right? And I essentially said, may you never find true love because you spat in its face. That in the name of the Morrigan and Hera, because don't fuck with a witch. Don't fuck with a doctor's wife. Thank you, Coco Peru, same thing. And at night, like, I was like, oh no, I can't believe I did that, and the archangels and the gods came to me, and I swear to you, like, I have mystical experiences on the regular, but I will never forget this one. They said, you know, at the end of the day, blessing or curse, it's all the same to the gods and the archangels, because how many times has a blessing ended up as a curse and a curse as a blessing, right? It's very Taoist. It's very much good thing, bad thing, then good thing, then bad thing. Yeah. Welcome to Unity Consciousness. That's why, like, the biggest curse you could put on somebody is, may you heal. And if you watch Penny Dreadful, it can say it in Verbis Diablo. It makes the muggles crap their pants. So let's do this. Let's get some Ascended Master energy here with the Healing Mantra deck. Now, I love this deck. It has really helped me. It has helped hundreds of my clients at this point. I've had it for well over a year. So let's see what they have to say about this. Please take a nice deep breath. This will be our second and last healing system, not technically divination. Please, my Ascended Masters. Yeah, I don't know what this is about. I'm not necessarily getting there as a specific person involved here. It might be. So please, what is, I'm going to say the Ascended Masters General Assembly, please. One card in clarity. What is the perfect healing mantra for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun, watching this video, receiving this reading, because I don't get this bad feeling about them. It's almost like they're setting their boundaries until they get the clarity that they need, or someone comes clean on something, right? That they're going to see the blessing of all of this, and yeah, it's nicer to see it sooner rather than later. So can you give them a little something here? The perfect healing mantra to help them with all of this full moon in Capricorn, waning to new in Cancer. My favorite card in the whole fucking deck. This is what I mean. This doesn't have a bad feeling. Inviting ecstasy. I am worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires. So this might very well yes, emotionally playing your cards to your chest, but being a wise Aries and going within, right? Doing your own healing. Yeah, it's okay to have healthy boundaries. In fact, how do we get through this world, right? What is the immune system, if not a healthy boundary that we always need to reset? You know, boundaries aren't meant to be carved in stone. As I've said billions of times, both in actual classes in front of people as well as on video, don't talk to strangers is brilliant boundary for a 4-year-old. Horrible nightmare boundary for a 44-year-old, right? So we have to shift those as we go. So this might just be a temporary, but I am worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires. Certainly connects to that Four of Pentacles, right? They're also saying heart chakra, fourth chakra. I get it. Let me read you from the bookie book, because this is very much about a healthy relationship with pleasure. And I've done this. I actually blessed an entire grapevine. I grow. I'm a gardener. With this particular mantra. I am worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires. Why, thank you. Yes, I am. When ecstasy is invited, you feel aligned and ready to receive all the miraculous and joyful gifts of experience the universe is ready to provide you. Right? So that's like it's inviting it. It's like, hello, ecstasy, come on in. Have a seat in my heart chakra. Ecstasy acts as a cosmic green light that grants your destiny permission to enter. In many instances, pain can be healed and released once a healthy relationship with pleasure is established. Now, there's a whole conversation there, and I can give you a tiny piece of it. If we keep running from our pain into pleasure without addressing the pain, it's not like the pain goes away, right? It just builds up momentum, right? And if you're an empath and you're feeling everybody else's pain and pushing that down, you can only hold a beach ball underwater for so long, right? So to have a healthy relationship with pleasure, understanding that it's going to come and go, but it's never about your self-worth. You are as the divine created you, and you were sent into this world to play the role that you're playing in one of the most transformative times planet Earth has ever seen. Not supposed to be that easy. Well, my friend Mark and we sat and I showed him the Zack Snyder Justice League. We sat through the whole thing with breaks here and there, right? Good old HBO Max. And it was a journey. It was definitely a journey there. Anyway, so this mantra is ideal for increasing self-worth, elevating levels of excitement, and allowing bigger dreams. And so look, whatever has gone on here, if it is you that might have been in the shadow here, it's okay. You're going to open up your heart eventually, little by little by little, right? I mean, I've done this with Wim Hof breath. If any of you are doing the Wim Hof, WIMHOF, this is a good one to do silently while you're doing the breathing and the exhales and all of that, the extended exhale. Yeah, I mean, I am getting that your limbic system, right, with some breath work, right, the angel of blessings, sort of breathing that in, seeing things differently. It's going to really tap you into the true nature of who you are. And it's interesting, they're just giving me this. Every chakra has a sacred truth, right, that it's just always the truth. It's never not true. Well, the sacred truth of the heart, as I said, is love is divine power. And of course, that feels like ecstasy. But the throat chakra is surrender your will to the divine. Oh, this is in my book, Words of Grace, as well as in Anatomy of the Spirit by Carolyn Mace. Mace and Grace. So yeah, links in the description box if you want to hear that in my voice. I love this card. But now the party turner. The party turner that is the Whispers of Love Oracle, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. This is where like the romance card comes up or something. We're like, oh, that's what it is. Please take a nice deep breath. I don't know, this feels comfortable, but there are real no womp womp cards in this deck. So please, the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, please, one card in clarity for the Aries collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, please. What is a piece of information, inspiration, or insight that they need? Dealing with this Judge archetype with the Healing Angel of Blessings. 4 of Pentacles, security on the inner, which feels good with that inviting ecstasy, as I said, with the 9 of Wands on the outer, perhaps maintaining boundaries. Or perhaps butting up against somebody else's here with that inviting ecstasy, that they are worthy of all the pleasure their hearts desire. What you got for them? This full moon in Cap to New in Cancer. Back to what you love. Very retrograde. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. Are you kidding with the Judge archetype? That's right on target. Your own higher selves and the higher souls of all involved. So if this is a romantic relationship you're dealing with, you're getting the opportunity to reevaluate this, but to see the blessing in it, which doesn't mean you have to stay if it's toxic. When a bone breaks and then heals, the site of the break is stronger than it was before it healed, but that doesn't mean you have to keep breaking it. Right? Boundaries, choices. Thank you, Tatiana. Oh, the goddesses of the race of drag. Yeah. Very hopeful. Kitty cats, what you doing over there? My boys are like, who are you? Mama! It was that quick. You know they know you by scent, right? Last card down, and I love this deck. Really, I only have 2 of her decks. Lucy Cavendish. You just gotta say her name that way, I believe. She's probably from New York. I don't know. I'm going to read this one from the bookie book because there's not much written on the card. The artwork is stunning. Go watch the unboxing. You'll see what I mean. So, now this is Celtic, right? It actually says on the book, mystical Celtic blessing cards to enrich and empower. And I thought these would make a nice ending for these. And let's just say I have a very intimate relationship with the Celtic gods. I was, after all, in Black Forest Clan 8 billion years ago. Never again the Coven times. Please take a nice deep breath. So let me just say, my goddesses and gods of any pantheon that cares to contribute for this Aries collective, yeah, something's got to come off somebody's chest here and get said. Some blessing needs to be chosen here. What is the blessing that you would have this Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading be given, considering they are dealing with the judge archetype, right? They're shooting for that balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power in some form of relationship. We don't know the type, right? To call upon the healing angel of blessings, and this is the Blessed Be deck, so I didn't even catch that. With that Four of Pentacles, they may be guarding their heart, but it's a sense of security, right? They're definitely in that space of okayness, but not necessarily letting on about it with that Nine of Wands on the outside. The Ascended Masters saying, you know, inviting ecstasy, that they are worthy of all the pleasure their heart desires, but they are getting back to what they love. They're being given this opportunity to reevaluate what they want. So please, the perfect blessing for them, please. This full moon in Cap to New in Cancer. A blessing to heal a relationship. Yeah. Okay. Card number 28. Now, there are skulls and roses on this one. All of these cards are gorge. They're totally gorge, bae. They're totally gorge. Let's see. Card number 28. Oh, yeah, wait. I love Blue Angel Publishing, but they have this microscopic italic font on everything. Not everything, but let me read it to you. A blessing to heal a relationship. Oh, so there are two. There's like the first part that explains it, and then the blessing itself. So this is worth waiting for, which is also why it's last. Breathe. A blessing to heal a relationship. A blessing to aid you when a relationship seems to be a struggle and you cannot find a way to mend your torn heart. Now, like I said, I kind of get that you're okay, but you might be guarding your heart against a re-wounding here, hence getting back to what you love in a process of reevaluation with that judge archetype to see the blessings that you might have already gleaned from this, so then you can, let go of it bit by bit over the waning moon. This blessing is yours, a charge of energy with which you can reweave the threads that once gently held you in suspended relationship. Once there was understanding and intimacy, ease and comfort, but for a while now there may have been trouble and discord, a sense of displeasure that stains the days, making the time you spend together uncomfortable and self-conscious. So take now this blessing, get away from that right in front of me, and pour it upon the troubled waters between you. All right, here's the actual blessing itself. Breathe. When there is uneasiness, let the expression of what causes this be found. And if it be found within each other, let a gentle disentanglement begin until the source is discovered and is cured without strain and blame. Let your hands reach out one to the other and feel the warmth of your humanity pulsing through the blood beneath the skin until the comfort of each other heals the coldness that has come between you. Let you begin to speak from the heart, flowing and strong, even if the voice that sends the words forth seems to choke within your throat at first. Let understanding begin to glimmer and grow, and the willingness to give and the openness to receive be explored, until the hearts that lie within you both open up and bloom within the new care and tenderness with which you agree to hold each other's most cherished dreams and hopes. Let words soft and true fall between you until you begin to trust and arise from the bed of nails that you have each slept in since this harmony came between you. Blessed be. This could be family, this could be lover, this could be friend, right? And we all go through these things, and it's so important to know this. Every twist and turn that we experience in life is already mapped before we incarnate. This is a great big huge video game if you want to go there. It's a way to look at it, right? The Matrix, blah, blah, blah. We are viewing what has already gone by. Course in Miracles was part of the lesson I did today. So you can't screw up the divine plan, but yeah, the ego hates it, the personality dreads it, but the soul is what's being alchemized down here. So the healthy judgment of power here. Now, I'm not feeling like you're supposed to just drop your boundaries and say, right? No. You need to really get in touch with the self-worth. Who's not dealing with self-worth on planet Earth, and which also rhymes in one way, shape, or form. But you're worthy of all the pleasure your heart desires as you establish that within yourself, any dependency that might be going on here. Lessons, right? This is really good. So invite in ecstasy that's going to help you wane this in a healthy way. Let me put it all together for you in a blessing, as I like to do. Yeah, somebody needs to speak truth here, and it is an emotional truth. If someone's been cold and sterile emotionally, which is usually not an Aries trait, but it depends upon moon signs. You know, not everything is sun sign. So let's see. Let's get this prayer out on the table. Please take a nice deep breath. My beloved Pantheons, please may the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, be blessed with all that they need this full moon in Capricorn to new moon in Cancer, that they may invite in ecstasy, understanding that they are worthy of all the pleasure their hearts desires, though they may be externally in a Nine of Wands situation where boundaries are up, and so it may need to be so that they can get over that reef and get home, right, into port. While inside, though their hearts may be temporarily guarded and protected, they are containing themselves. They are containing their energy, doing their healing, and inviting in ecstasy because they are worthy of all the pleasure their hearts desires, and that they may really alchemize the lead of the judge archetype, a wisdom family archetype, and wisdom only comes through experience, not just book learning, that they may balance justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power as a blessing to heal a relationship in some way, shape, or form, because right now they are being given the opportunity to go back to what they love, their current situation, giving them the opportunity to reevaluate what they love so that they may see the blessings that have already occurred within the relationship, within themselves. Even if they should walk away, they're able to walk away reevaluating clearly and cleanly that this contract is complete, and I will move forward in my life taking with me the wisdom, or perhaps a reuniting, perhaps a true blessing and a coming together, a healing, a blessing upon each of them, as well as for the well-being of all. So mote be. And so it is. Hey, it's a 2-week reading. Right? I don't know if it twin flame soulmate, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? You do you. That's why these lunar reads, the waxings and the wanings, are all about you. Yes, other people are involved, but this is the stuff you can do inside yourself, which really is what we all came here for. I mean, we didn't, believe it or not, we didn't incarnate to just make money and have sex and party. I know, I'm so bummed about that on a level. But we came in to help heal the planet by healing ourselves holographically. Yeah. I guess nice work if you can get it, except everybody's doing it. It's just how many people are aware of it. And here is your opportunities for some very powerful personal alchemy here, using relationships for the purpose the divine intended, which is to help you heal, learn, grow, evolve, transform, and as a result do all of that for planet Earth and all upon it. So hey, if you liked it, like it. Want more? Subscribe. Want to book me? Told you how. Look in the description box. Really good to be back, and really good to be working from my home again. Read my book, Words of Grace. Links in the deets. Otherwise, wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of this full moon in Capricorn to new in Cancer. My beloved goat heads, hail. Farewell, and blessed be.